Are you looking to offer benefits for your employees? Is this something that you've just thought of and wanted to do, but have no idea the costs and what it all is going to be? Well, I'm going to break all that down here for you. So we have our plan that we were offered, the many different plans, and I'm going to show you what the costs are for me, what it is for him and his checks, and then essentially how we can make this all work. Hi, I'm Dan with Dan's Holloway, and I am always trying to create a business where it's going to grow. The whole thing is to scale. How can we make something that people are going to want to work for? How is it that I can create something that's going to be in different areas? Today we're going to be talking about medical benefits, paid time off, sick time, things like that, 401k. How much does this stuff cost? How is it that you can incorporate it in your business? And what is it that you are fearing from doing these kind of things?
And did you know, Dan?
Hey, sorry.
Did you know, Dan, that only 53% of small businesses, and that's defined as 3 to 200 employees, 53% of small businesses in the United States currently offer health benefits for their employees, and only 57% offer retirement benefits planning for their employees. So
that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I want to be part of that upper 50%. I want to try to get the business to being in the top percentage just in general. But that's amazing to hear, and is that something that you offer? Are you looking to offer benefits for your employees? Is this something that you've just thought of and wanted to do, but have no idea the costs and what it all is going to be? Well, I'm going to break all that down here for you. So we have our plan that we were offered, the many different plans, and I'm going to show you what the costs are for me, what it is for him and his checks, and then essentially how we can make this all work.
What are some of the challenges that you faced to get to this point?
Okay. So a big thing about medical insurance is very scary. I have not wanted to try to offer this yet because I don't know how much it's going to cost, and I don't have a lot of money. I'm not making, millions of dollars just having one location. So that's been very scary in the sense of, can I even offer benefits to my guys? Do you have that same problem?
And on the flip side of the coin, from the employee perspective, I'm just about to turn 26 in 2 days, so I was getting kicked off my getting the boot from my parents' health insurance. So this is something that I was personally very concerned about. So I was very glad that Dan decided to implement health insurance, 401k. Paid time off, sick days, things like that. Because it really does, from the employee perspective, it means a lot and it adds a lot to your experience working at the company.
This has been a big goal of mine. I've been talking about this for a while. Eamon came on here back in April, and I'm sure even when I talked to him in his interviews, it's something that I've been working towards to have done by the end of the year. And it's not something I just try to say. I try to say it and mean it and stand by my word. And we've been working towards this, and the time has come, and here we are. So let's get into this. I want to break this down into different little aspects, okay? So the medical insurance, I'm going to show you exactly everything that we were offered. I'm going to show you all the plans. I'm going to show you what it costs for me. I'm going to show you what it costs for the guys. And then I'm going to show you what those benefits entail. I'm not going to get into too much detail, meaning I'm not going to start clicking on multiple plans. I'm going to use the one that we are going to be going for and the reasons why. But this is going to give you a general idea of what you can expect with medical insurance. So I have my plan for paying all of my employees through ADP. And so we're going to kind of go through, these are all my different employees here. We're going to go through what the plans really offer. So the way that this started is essentially the worst plans all the way to the best. So what you're seeing on this screen is essentially the bottom tier plans. This is the total rate, meaning that each month, this is what is paid. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm paying that entire amount. As the business owner, I supplement 50%, and then the employees pay the other 50%. So we're going to kind of work our way down here. As you can see, I'm going to scroll down a little bit further so you can see the bottom, like the high-end stuff here. So this is like high-end things. Obviously, you can see the totals have gone up, the deductibles have gone down, those kind of things. And that's what I'm trying to make in general with my plans. I want a medical package that is going to be reasonable. It's going to be something that's going to be a good benefit for my employees and their families. So let's get into where we are. Page 21, we're somewhere in the middle here, kind of lower middle, I think. But here we go. All right, so we are on this one here. We are going for the KP Gold 1525 RX copay. All right, so I'm going to click on it and we're going to kind of see what it is. But essentially, there is a $1,500 deductible, and then to $3,000 for the family. You got office visits, $25. Inpatient hospital services, you pay 20%. Max out of pocket, $7,500 for individual, $15,000 for family, but that's for like big surgeries and stuff like that to happen. And then for prescriptions and such, $15, $80, $400, $500. I'm not sure what the $400, $500 are, but I would be expecting the $15 and the $80. And then the total amount is $5,000, $77.55 for every month for these employees, okay? So let's break this down just a little bit. All right, so this is gonna break down exactly what everything is and all the different aspects of the plan. Now, I'm not really gonna get too deep into the details of this, but I'm just gonna show you just so you can see it, okay? It breaks everything down for you. Now, ADP is a really big company, so they offer different plans and all sorts of stuff, ranging from Kaiser Permanente. If you've never heard of them, they are an in-network type of medical insurance, which is what we're choosing. So essentially, you're not going to private doctors. You're going to Kaiser facilities, and you get recommended to Kaiser facilities depending on what it is you need, okay? Surgeries, all sorts of stuff. You don't go to urgent care, you go to Kaiser. Okay, that's what all this stuff is. All right, simple, easy, just breaks down the thing. I'm not really getting too far into it. Now, the payments and stuff like that. So I can break it down into the payments here. All right, so this breaks down to essentially what each individual employee is going to be paying, right? So this is a monthly cost. So each week, we pay weekly here at Dan's Holloway. So they're gonna be broken down into weekly payments, and it's gonna come directly out of their paychecks. And this is essentially what they're gonna be paying for their health benefits. Now, they're only gonna be paying half of it. So this total, half of that total, which is $2,500, that is on the business itself, which is going to come out weekly during the paychecks. So essentially, you know, somewhere around $600 a week is going to be coming out, which is essentially just like an employee. So that's not bad at all. It's not nearly what I was thinking. I thought it was going to be more dramatic of a cost. But, and then it shows individual different things here of kind of like an easier breakdown of essentially what that plan offers, okay? So this is what we're doing. Very simple, easy. Again, there's other ones like United Healthcare, there's Anthem. Those are the three that they offer, and they range in different deductibles. Now, Anthem and United are private healthcare. You find your own doctor, you go to urgent care, you go to the hospital, all those different things. But it's higher deductibles because you have options. Whereas Kaiser has lower deductibles because it's all in-house. And, you know, right now, I've been with Kaiser. I like Kaiser. So I think going with Kaiser is a good fit. It's inexpensive. It's easy. Just the only problem is if you're out of network, out of state, they don't have Kaiser there. You're going to be paying out of network kind of wages there, but how often is that going to happen? Did happen to me once, but my kid broke his leg in Michigan, out of network, but it was affordable. It was fine. But yeah, so this is essentially what we're dealing with here. That is the plans. As you can see there, it just keeps on going for days. There's just so many plans. But I picked something that was reasonable. I picked something that was affordable. And I picked something that is going to offer good benefits for my guys. And the final thing is 401k. So I can't really show you that because I don't have access to everybody's accumulated 401k, but it is something that is taken out for every paycheck. Eamon here has been with us for just a little bit over 6 months, and he was just showing me his 401k earlier. And go ahead and I guess talk about that earlier.
It's kind of funny because in the beginning, when I first got hired, that was something that I had mentioned to Dan that was kind of important to me. Because from my previous employment, I did have a 401k through Vanguard. I wasn't sure, if I would just contribute on my own to doing that. But it turns out, so through ADP, so through the payment processing payroll system that he was showing you, they also do offer a 401k. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not even realize that it was deducting from my paycheck up until about 2 weeks ago. But which is nice, honestly, because I do think it is important for everyone, regardless of how young you are or what your financial needs are. I do think it is important to start contributing, thinking about your 401k and how that's going to play into your finances in the future.
And before he shows you, I guess, what he has accumulated so far, 401ks they go with the stock market, and it can be up, it can be down. You might look at it today and it's this number, and you look at it in 6 months and it's lower than that number that it was before. So this is something that's very volatile with the market, but happens to be up right now. But this is just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. If I had to recommend anything, honestly, don't even look at your 401k. Just contribute. Don't look at the quarterly earnings statements because you'll get a little freaked out. Yeah. But anyway, that's besides the point. So yeah, to date, I have accumulated exactly $680.73 in my 401k balance, and it even shows me, you probably wouldn't be able to see it here on this tiny little phone screen, so I won't bother attempting to show you, but it even shows me through July 1st to September 30th. It is up 7.44%. So kind of cool that you can sort of track those things. I don't need to do, a quarterly earnings statement or anything like that. It'll actually literally just show me right here in the app, which is kind of cool. But yeah, again, I guess to kind of summarize, I do think, 401k is an important part of essentially a holistic employee benefits package. Just put a little bit of money in. It doesn't hurt to, put a little bit of money in every paycheck. Everyone nowadays, I'd say a lot of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of us are, but I do still think it's important to do that. And again, it's just part of a great employee benefits package and another great reason that you'd want to work at Dan's Holloway.
Yeah, well, just in general, I think it's just good to have all this stuff. Now, it does cost money to the business to be able to do this, but it is benefiting our employees and making it a more valuable business for them to want to stay and be there for long periods of time. As of right now, all of my employees have been with me for 3+ months. I have a couple of them that have been over a year, but it's just very interesting to see as the business improves and progresses with medical, PTO, sick time, just like any payroll services. All of these things make it easier and better and make it to where it's a more valuable company for people to want to work at. If you do not use a payroll system and you're just paying cash all the time, or you're doing your own thing, I would super highly suggest checking out ADP. It is very reasonable. It's very easy. They're not paying me to do this video. This is something that I use for my business, and it has made things a lot easier and better over time. They offer so many different things because you can get your insurances through there. You can get obviously your medical stuff through there. You can get anything that's through your business. Essentially, you can have a step closer to having that by just talking to your ADP rep, which I can't tell you it's been a super big benefit. I've been using ADP now for almost 2 years, a year and a half, and we'll never go back to paying my guys under the table. No more cash, no W-9 or 1099. Everybody is W-2, paid weekly, super easy. If you have any disagreements with that, you're not for me.
Yeah.
See ya.
I think another cool part, one last cool part that I was just thinking about ADP, we had a kind of a wage garnishment situation that we had to address. We weren't really sure how to go about that. And ADP made it pretty pretty quick and easy.
Yeah.
Basically just reached out to one of the representatives and they got everything set up. So yeah, just even like some things that you wouldn't really think of or necessarily know how to deal with, they usually do have someone who can deal with that. And again, yeah, not sponsored by ADP. It's just they made everything pretty easy.
Yeah. All right. So this is my ADP account. Okay. So this is just essentially how I run payroll. All of my guys have this app. They clock in and out. We could track everything. But I'm going to go into our HR. And I'm going to do our benefits and leave packages, and we're going to kind of see how this all works, okay? So these are the packages that I offer, okay? So vacation time, this is the amount of hours or amount of vacation that is accrued for each hour, and the same thing with sick time, okay? So I can go in here, edit the plan. And essentially the way this works is my PTO, which is paid time off, we are going to be offering 2 weeks of vacation a year, all right, which equals to 80 hours a year. And so it's going to go at a rate of 0.0416 hours per every hour, okay, which is cool. Now, the only scary part is essentially actually having to pay out that vacation and not having that person there. But, you know, that's beside the point, and we're just trying to make sure we offer the stuff in general. And then sick time. So we are going to be offering 48 hours for a year of sick time, and then which is going to accrue at 0.0243. All right. So now I tried to went back and forth with this. So I think 80 hours, 2 weeks of vacation a year is very cool. All right. That's very nice to be able to have that amount of vacation, something in the summer, something in the winter, just to make things happen. Obviously, you got to be weary about your schedules, and that's something that's individually based on each business. But sick time, you know, I didn't want to give 2 weeks of sick time a year, so we went for, you know, essentially 6 days. All right, so it's 6 days a year. You can have some sick time. It's not the bare minimum, but it's not also like everybody can just take as much sick time as possible. But 48 hours of sick time a year is very reasonable, and it's everything is gonna start at the 90-day mark. So you can see here is the. I guess it doesn't show right here, but yeah, it's pretty simple and easy. It's just going to show on their pay stubs. Make this nice and easy. But tell me about your stuff. Are you offering paid time off for your guys? Do you have medical benefits? Do you have all this stuff? And what is stopping you from doing all that? I really enjoy it, but thank you for watching this, and I want to hear your thoughts. What do you use for payroll services? Are you giving medical, PTO, sick time? Is that something you offer for your business? And why do you or why don't you use it? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments.